Good afternoon, students. So, very first day, first shift of mains 2026. I am here to discuss some of the questions from our trip. As I am seeing for the physics 2, I want to analyze the questions. I am seeing many easy questions and direct formula based questions were asked. Okay, now many of these questions we have already seen in the class. Similar, exactly similar questions we have solved, and even with the same data, some questions we have solved. So let us quickly discuss some of the questions here. If I want to show the analysis, some of the easy questions I was having in physics were, if I would say we were having 5 easy questions in physics. You can also tell me here in the comments if you have seen any of such questions. So if I am saying in physics, I am having easy 5 questions. Okay, now there are some moderate level questions. The number of questions is 4. Direct formula based questions we were having. Then some of the moderate but a bit lengthy. Okay, now a bit lengthy, time consuming, just like in current electricity. We were supposed to find the R equivalent. Okay, now Wheatstone bridge, unbalanced Wheatstone bridge, but again a special case we were having. Such 3 questions I was having. Some tough questions I was having, 2 to 3 questions. This is based on which questions I have seen till now. Okay, now one by one questions we will discuss. Yeah, some of the questions easy. You can also tell me in the comments which questions you feel easy, which were lengthy, and again many of the questions in the physics were from the topics that we have seen in the class. Okay, so let us discuss one by one. We will start first with, okay, shall we start first with maths, or we will, okay, Sumit sir will just tell you analysis, how are the questions in chemistry, and then we will solve the questions. Okay.
Thank you, Devin sir. So, talking about chemistry, so whatever questions we have got from our students till now, I would say that chemistry paper for today's shift 1 was easy. We'll see some of the questions also, and you can get the answer of those questions either in 20 seconds or 30 seconds, like those questions are asked. But I have also heard from some of the students that chemistry paper was a bit difficult side as well, but whatever questions I have got, nearly around 10 to 11 till now, I would say that this paper was easy, and questions from very pet chapters were asked. The same pattern is followed this year also. There is nothing different going on in JEE Mains, right? Like question from practical organic chemistry, Zenda, Dumas, and KDS method. Once again, there was a question from that. And limiting reagent, there was a question from that. Right? Stability of resonating structures, hot chemophore reaction. So all those famous reactions were asked in the questions. And some of the questions are directly from our modules as well. Right? Like stability of RS, that is a very pet question. That's in our DBP as well as in module. Okay. So we'll see the chemistry part, chemistry questions. Okay, later on. Till now, as of now, I would say chemistry paper is easy for the shift. So next, I'll be calling Shreyan sir. He'll be telling you about the maths paper, that till now what kind of level questions have been asked this year. Right.
So, good afternoon, students. Maths paper has been moderate till now. So, we have received 7 to 8 questions as of now. So, out of these 7 to 8 questions in maths, 5 to 6 were very straightforward, formula-based application of one concept, and we had question from definite integration, matrices, trigonometry, and basics. So we have these type of questions and one question from conic sections. As of now, we have a lot of questions coming, but again, so math section has been relatively medium side as well as lengthy as expected. So let's discuss out few questions of mathematics section. Yes. Starting off with question from definite integration. So we have given 0 to pi by 2 integration of mod sin x plus sin 2x plus sin 3x. So let's club these two terms together. So I'll get sin 2x plus sin x plus sin 3x. Sin c plus sin d, we know the formula. 2 sin c plus d by 2, x plus 3x by 2, cos x minus 3x by 2, cos x. So we'll get this. Now you can take sin 2x common. So mod of sin 2x, and this part will become 2 cos x plus 1. Now we want to integrate this from 0 to pi by 2. Now since we know the graph of sin 2x is like this, here between 0 to pi by 2, sin 2x is throughout positive. So I can open this mod as it is. Also coming to 2 cos x plus 1, in first quadrant cos x is also positive. So 2 cos x plus 1 will also be positive. So I can remove this mod completely. So this question is as good as 0 to pi by 2 sin 2x into 2 cos x plus 1. So entire mod is gone. So this question is as good as 0 to pi by 2, the original question. Sin x plus sin 2x plus sin 3x. Now you can solve this integration. Integration of sin x will be minus cos x minus cos 2x by 2 and minus cos 3x by 3. Limits will be from 0 to pi by 2. Once you substitute the limits, you will get the answer as 7 by 3. So B option will be our correct answer. This question I would rate from easy to moderate. You just have to know how to define mod at different places. Coming to next question. So this is question on differential equation. So very easy question, variable separable. Y wala part you can take one side, x part one side and integrate. Let's start with this question. So from here I can say that dy by dx will come out as tan inverse x minus 1 upon 1 plus x square. So now this will become dy is equal to tan inverse x upon 1 plus x square dx minus 1 upon 1 plus x square dx. Now we can integrate on both sides. So integration of dy will be y. Now I can assume tan inverse x as t. So 1 upon 1 plus x square dx will become dt. So if I assume tan inverse x as t, 1 upon 1 plus x square dx will become dt. So this whole part is dt. So this becomes t dt. Integration of t dt will be t square by 2. So this will become tan inverse x ka whole square by 2 minus integration of 1 upon 1 plus x square is tan inverse x plus c. So this is my function. Now I am given y of 0 as 1. I can utilize this information to calculate the value of c. So y of 0 is 1, so this is 1 is equal to tan inverse 0 is 0 minus tan inverse 0 is again 0 plus c. So from here I am getting c value as 1. So now my function comes out as y is equal to tan inverse x whole square by 2 minus tan inverse x plus 1. Now you can easily calculate y of 1. Tan inverse 1 is pi by 4 ka whole square, pi square by 16. So this will become pi square by 32 minus tan inverse of 1, which is pi by 4 plus 1. Pi square by 32 minus pi by 4 plus 1. B option is your correct answer. Again, Very straightforward question. Concept involved is variable separable differential equation. So I would classify this question as easy. Coming to third question. So sum of roots of the equation. So this is testing your basic mathematics. By default, you will assume mod of x minus 1 as t. So this equation reduces to t square minus 5t plus 6 is equal to 0. So now you can factorize it using middle term splitting. T minus 2 into t minus 3 is equal to 0. From here I will get t equal to 2, t equal to 3. So mod x minus 1 is equal to 2. So this will give me two solutions. X minus 1 is equal to 2, x minus 1 is equal to minus 2. So from here x equal to 3, from here x equal to minus 1. And mod of x minus 1 is equal to 3. So from here x minus 1 is equal to 3, so x equal to 4. And x minus 1 equal to minus 3, so x equal to minus 2. When you calculate the sum of the solutions, so sum of roots will be 3 minus 1 plus 4 minus 2. So answer will come out as 3 plus 4, 7 minus 1, 6 minus 2, 4. So 4 is your answer. Now next set of questions will be of chemistry. Sumit sir will be discussing the chemistry questions. So yes.
Hi all. So let's start with the chemistry, whatever questions we have got till now. Okay. Moving ahead. In chemistry, first we are starting with the physical chemistry. Just look at this question. It's a straightforward one-liner question, right? One of the classic example of JEE mains question, right? What's given? There are two reactions A and B. The difference in the activation energy in A and B is 20 kilojoules. Delta E is given, and then temperature is also given. R value, that's okay. We already know. Determine log K2 upon K1. Arrhenius equation per based question, right? क्या करते हैं हम? We know that if you divide two Arrhenius equation, then ln K1 upon K2 is equal to EA2 minus EA1 into R into T. That's it. You will get the value, right? So this was one of the easy question. You can get the answer. It's easy, pretty straightforward, just one liner. Arrhenius equation based question, right? So I will mark this question as easy only, not very difficult. If you know this, k is equal to a e ki power minus e upon rt, you can get that. Divide two Arrhenius equation, you will get this part, right? You will end up with this equation. Going to the second question. Second question, mole concept based. Achha, mole concept? No, I would say this is practical organic chemistry. Carious method. This is one topic, practical organic chemistry, which is given in hydrocarbons chapter in NCERT, Zelda-Lumas Carious method and Lessines test. These are some kind of these are those topics on which return on investment is very high. It won't take much time in reading or studying or memorizing the formulas of these topics, but mostly the question will be present in your shift as well, right? Okay. So let's see the question. In Carious method, 0.75 gram of an organic compound. One organic compound is taken, how much? 0.75 gram. Carious method is followed, then all the sulfur which was present in this organic compound is converted into barium sulfate, BaSO4. And how much mass of BaSO4 is produced? 1.2 grams. So I will just give you the hint, the idea how you are going to solve this question. This is just apply the POAC, principle of atomic conservation. You will get the answer. You can calculate the number of moles of BaSO4 because the mass of sample of BaSO4 is given. Mass of sample divided by molar mass. You will get the moles of BaSO4. Once you get the moles of BaSO4, the same number of moles of atoms of sulfur will be there on the product side. So all those sulfur atoms were present on this side as well, right? Okay. So whatever mass of sulfur let's say you are getting n moles of BaSO4. In one molecule of BaSO4, there is only one sulfur atom, right? So n moles of BaSO4 will have n moles of sulfur atoms, right? n moles of sulfur atoms. What will be the mass of n moles of sulfur atom? You can calculate by n into molar mass of sulfur. Let's say x gram you are getting sulfur over here on the product side. That x gram sulfur was present in this 0.75 gram sample of organic compound. So percentage of S, weight percentage of S. क्या बोलोगे आप? You will say that x gram of sulfur is present in 0.75 gram of the organic compound sample into 100. This will give you the percentage of sulfur. Calculate this value, you will get the answer somewhere around 16.48. All right. So once again, easy part, easy question, nothing difficult, just simple mole concept. Next, if you look at the next question, this is also the question from mole concept. Limiting reagent पे question है. Once again, I will just give you the idea how you are going to solve this question. Calcium plus HCl. HCl is present in excess, right? HCl is present in excess, so calcium is the limiting reagent. How much calcium is taken? 14 gram. You can calculate the number of moles by dividing by 40, right? Number of moles of calcium, how many are taken? 14 by 40. Okay. Next, what is said? It is reacted with HCl at 1 atm pressure and 273 Kelvin. Then some statements are given. We have to see whether they are correct or not. What will be the product? CaCl2 plus hydrogen gas. Okay. So limiting reagent per question है. Limiting reagent with calcium. If you want to calculate the moles of CaCl2, if you want to calculate the moles of hydrogen produced, you have to go with respect to the number of moles of the limiting reagent, right? Okay. You will be able to solve this question. Just it's a very simple, very straightforward question, right? Okay. Just check each and every option. You will get the answer. There is one more thing which you need to do. Like from this, you will get the number of moles of hydrogen gas, right? And we know at STP, 1 mole of gas occupies 22.7 liters, right? यहाँ पे because pressure is given as 1 atm and temperature is 273 Kelvin. So these are some older STP conditions. You can say 1 mole of gas occupies 22.4 liters. According to new STP, the condition is 1 bar, right? If you take 1 bar pressure and 273 Kelvin, then the 1 mole of gas occupies 22.7 liters. Here you can take 22.4 only, right? So once you calculate the number of moles of H2, you can use this relation to convert it into volume. So you will get the idea whether this statement is correct or not. Okay. So moving ahead, there are few questions of organic as well. I would say that there was one question of organic chemistry in which stability of resonating structure was asked, right? I'm just making two structures. The question was like this: O minus, a positive over here, a positive over here, negative over here, double bond over here, right? Then there was this structure, double bond O minus, positive, negative, something like these kind of structure. Other two structures were also there, right? So let's call this structure as A, this structure as B. The question was, out of A and B, which one is less stable? There were 4 options. Out of those 4, which one is the least stable? That was the question. So stability of RS. The question is based on the topic of the stability of RS. In this stability of RS, the first and foremost thing which we need to see is octet completion, right? Is the octet of every atom in A structure complete? No. Octet of this carbon is not complete. Yes, nitrogen ka octet is complete, right? Over here also, the octet of nitrogen is complete, but once again there is a carbon with positive charge. The octet is incomplete. So in both the structures there is incomplete octet, right? So both of them are not much stable. Moving on, once you check the octet completion part, then the other parts which you have to see during the stability of RS are quite simple, that opposite charges should be close to each other. Like charges should be away from each other. Negative on more electronegative is more stable. Positive on more electropositive atom is more stable, right? So here you can see positive, positive are close to each other. That means like charges are close to each other, so they will repel. Over here, opposite charges are close to each other, right? So less stable is A. A will be the answer. The least stable was A. This one was the least stable. The answer was this. right? Okay. Now, a good question of organic chemistry was also asked, which we got the question from the students. The question was, there was a compound A. This is reacted with hydrogen in presence of platinum as catalyst plus heat, right? And over here product is given like this. The same A is reacted with hot KMnO4 as well, hot alkaline KMnO4, followed by hydrolysis. Okay. And the product over here mentioned was something like this: dioic acid, COH, COH, plus 1 molecule of oxalic acid. Find the structure of A. That's the question, right? So this is a good level question, I would say, right? First reaction is hydrogenation reaction, reduction reaction. Everybody is aware about that. Second reaction, hot KMnO4. What does the hot KMnO4 do? Hot KMnO4 does oxidative ozonolysis, right? Oxidative ozonolysis you can do by the use of ozone, or you can use hot KMnO4 as well. Oxidative ozonolysis is possible. Here we are getting oxalic acid. What's the structure of oxalic acid? Oxalic acid structure is like this: C double bond O, OH, C double bond O, OH, right? So now if I make a compound something like this, cyclohexane, then here, then double bond, then like this, right? Now if you do this, the reaction of this compound with hot KMnO4 will do what? Oxidative ozonolysis. So break this bond, COS. So from this part you are going to get oxalic acid. From left hand side you are going to get this one, right? Okay. Now do the hydrogenation of this compound. If you do the hydrogenation, both the double bond will get reduced, H2 will molecules will add up, you will get this compound as product, right? So that means the answer for this question is this was the answer. One of the option was this, and you have to take that option, right? So till now these questions, I would say this one was a bit good level question. Otherwise prior to this, all the questions in chemistry were pretty easy only till now, right? Okay, so I'll be calling now physics sir, Deven sir. He'll be discussing about physics questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sumit sir. So as I had said, many of the questions were straightforward. Few of the questions based on some concept we had to apply simply formula and get the answer. Generally we are afraid of the rotation from mechanics, and this time the question which we used to discuss in the class, a similar question has been asked. So what they gave in this question is, a rod was kept horizontal. Rod ka mass is m and length is l. So this rod was given. Now this rod was tied with two strings like this. From a roof they have tied this like this. So let us discuss. I am discussing these questions in an order in which you people have sent it to me. Okay, now if you get any other question, you memorize it, you can send it, we will be discussing. So this is the first question. Now what they did after this, they just cut this one of the string, guys. You should not feel that it is already cut from the top. It was attached like that. Originally the question was like this. And then they just cut one of the string. So what will happen at the moment we are cutting this string? Tell me. What will happen? This rod will fall down. At that moment it will try to rotate about this point. Right or not? This is what we are going to get. So when we are cutting it, as it is going to rotate like this, it will rotate with an angular acceleration alpha. So to get this alpha, who is giving us torque? Of course, when we are removing it, this tension will be gone. The strings we have learned that instantly will give us tension 0 when they are cut. So it's gone. Let us now even we can remove this. Okay now, or let it be. We will just imagine that it is cut. Now because of its own weight, we are going to get a mg force. It is going to give us a torque about this point. Let us say A. So what is the torque equal to? I alpha. If we are writing about point A, we should write the moment of inertia of the rod about point A, and that is a end point of the rod. So what is tau? It is nothing but force mg into perpendicular distances, COM ka distance, L by 2. So when we are having this torque, we can write this as, what is moment of inertia here? Moment of inertia is of a rod about the end point, thin rod. It is nothing but m L square by 3 into alpha. So we can have from here, m will be gone, L will be gone, alpha is 3g divided by 2L. And I hope many of you remembered it directly, because we have discussed 3-4 such questions in the class. Okay, now we generally discuss these questions and you remember it. Now the question does not end here. Okay, this is just alpha. Now what are they asking? They are asking, when you cut this string, what tension will you get in this string at the moment, at that instant? So what are you going to discuss at that instant? Sir, due to this alpha, the COM is going to get some acceleration, right? This point, it will be hinged, so it is at rest. So how much is the acceleration of COM? This will be nothing but R into alpha, of course, right? So what is R here? Again it is L by 2. So we are going to get L by 2 into alpha, which is nothing but 3 by, yes, L by 2 into alpha is 3g by 2L. So L will be gone, 3g by 4 we are going to get. Now let us think about the force equation at this moment. What are the forces acting down? mg. What is the force acting upward? T. So due to this net force, whatever with downward force, the COM at this instant is going to go down. So let us write the force balance. Downward force is mg minus upward force is tension T will be equal to mass of rod m into ACOM, which is nothing but 3g by 4 we have learned. So let us put the values and get it. I can write mg minus T is equal to m, acceleration is g by 4. So take it on this side. Sorry, it is nothing but 3g by 4. So let us write this as m into 3mg by 4, let us write. So T will be, it will go on that side and we will get a tension of mg by 4, which was a option. Okay? This was one of the question based on rotation. I feel it is a bit moderate. 2 steps we were supposed to combine and we were getting done. Now once we were knowing this question, the one more question we were having from, yes, semiconductor. So what they gave in this question is a NOT gate. These days they have generated a fashion of giving NOT gate many a times. Okay, na? So generally we don't get it, but it's okay. If they have given 2 inputs A and B, and then they have given output of these gates to a NOR gate they have given here. This is a NOR gate, guys. And then once again they put, I guess यहाँ पे NOR gate था, and once more they have put a NOT gate. So what is given here? This is output, let us say Y. What is given here? NOT gate, NOT gate, NOT gate, OR gate, and one more NOT to it. So many NOT gates. We need not to worry about it. Let us see what we are going to get. If this is A, this is B, what you are going to get? A conjugate A bar. Here we are going to get B bar. Now this is OR gate. So let us write here A bar. And then we are again having NOT of this. Means one more NOT here. Now what is it looking like, guys? Have you seen this? A plus B and bar of that. So this is nothing but De Morgan's theorem we have to apply here. So we can write this A bar plus B bar and bar of that. De Morgan's theorem will give us, we have to take conjugate of A and B and replace the gate. Plus should be replaced with dot here. So what are we going to get here? A bar ka bar, we are going to A dot B. Like this we are going to get. The question does not again end here. So what they gave after this? They have given one more gate. So agar yahan we are getting this A dot B here, then we are going to put one more NOT over here. Yes. Are you getting it? Huh? Okay. So we are having A dot B and NOT of that. So which gate is this? This is our NAND gate. Hai na? This is our NAND gate. Okay. One more question based on the application of optics. Microscope, compound microscope they have asked. So what they asked? A simple version of this question also they have given. So the question was in normal adjustment. The important highlight words we have to keep in mind is just keep them marked and then we can analyze. So they have given normal adjustment. Normal adjustment they have given. So final image will be at infinity. Of course, we can use the direct formula for that. They have given focal length of objective is 20 centimeter. Focal length of eyepiece is 4 centimeter. Okay. And then they have given the tube length L is equal to 32 centimeter. This is the data I have got. Maybe in exam you might have seen different data, but overall question was like this. And then they ask the magnifying power. So how are you going to generate the magnifying power? Direct formula again. What is the formula for this normal adjustment? Yes, magnifying power is nothing but L by FO D by FE. I used to write this in the one lecture and then box it, right? Directly based on that. Whatever we have did the box, whatever we have highlighted in the class, definitely in physics, you trust me, like 70% questions will be from this. Out of 15 questions I have seen, I can relate many of such questions directly based on the notes. Okay, na? So most important advice for the students who are going to write the exam in next 5 days, revise through your notes. The notes are going to help you a lot. Okay, na? And again, whoever is going to watch in next year also, revise through your notes, make a proper formula book and all, and this will become very easy for you. So what are you going to put here? L is 32, FO is 20, D 25, normal people. Then we are going to write FE is 4. So this is nothing but 4, 8, 220. We are going to get this as 10. If you have different data, I don't know, maybe you will get different answer, but the concept was this one. One more question they have asked based on EMI, or let us say magnetic field generated by the solenoid. So in this question what they did is, just correct me if the question was different. Based on what data I have got, I am just showing it here. They have given a solenoid like this. So however current is flowing, magnetic field is going to be, yes, tell me, where you are going to get the magnetic field, either vertically upward or downward. Let us imagine magnetic field is vertically upward. Now what they did, you know, they took a charge, whether it is positive, negative, doesn't matter. They placed it inside the solenoid at a axial point. Okay, this is a charge Q. Initially it was at rest. Now what will happen with this charge? Tell me. Will it experience any magnetic field, magnetic force? No, because charge is at rest. Now because of gravity, it will fall down with acceleration due to gravity g, right? As soon as it is going down, acceleration is downward, velocity is downward. Because of that, we have to check whether magnetic force is acting on it or not. So is it acting here? Is it acting here? No. Why? Because velocity is downward, magnetic field is in the same direction. So magnetic force, how we do write? We write it as Q V cross B. Are Hayana. So we have this as V cross B, and if V and B they are in the same direction, we get this as 0. We get this as 0. So magnetic force was 0. So only one force was acting on the particle, and that was only gravitational force, which was mg. If there is only one force acting, mg, then how much acceleration the particle will get? It will get only g acceleration due to gravity. This was the question we had got. Now one more question we had got, and that was from the thermo. Okay, the question was like this. There were 10 moles of oxygen gas. What we had? 10 moles of oxygen gas. Okay, 10 moles of oxygen gas. It is a diatomic gas. So what is it? CV. CV can be written as number of how many diatomic gas? The degrees of freedom are 5. So F by 2 R. So 5 by 2 R. Okay. Now once we are having CV, they asked delta U when its temperature changed from 30 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. Now students, you were supposed to simply find it. There cannot be an question easier than this. Nothing was there, right? So how do you write delta U? delta U, you are going to write N CV delta T. So number of moles 10, CV 5 by 2 into R 8.314, and delta T is 40, 30, it's delta T 10. So we were having this question. Okay, next some more questions. I will call Shreyan sir. He will be discussing some more maths question. Then again we will get back to physics question. Yeah, whatever questions you were feeling difficult, were easy, you can send it here. You can send it to me or send it in the comments. I will check and we will again keep discussing them. Okay, Shreyan sir.
Hello. Oh, then. Hello. So let's start off again. We have more questions coming up in the pipeline. Let's start off with few more questions of mathematics. So I have received one of the questions, which is, so first question is cosec 10 degree minus root 3 times of sec 10 degree. Now this I would classify as a very easy question. Just use trigonometric identities and solve it. Cosec 10 can be written as 1 upon sine 10 minus root 3 times of cos 10 degree. Now let's take the LCM. So what will I get? Sine 10 degree, cos 10 degree. And here I'll get cos 10 minus root 3 sine 10. The moment you find root 3, तो तुरंत से 2 से डिवाइड एंड मल्टीप्लाई करने का मन करना चाहिए. So from here I can say I am dividing by 2 and I am multiplying it by 2. Also this sine 10 cos 10 I am simply multiplying it by 2. Why? So that I can form 2 sine theta cos theta. Now since I have multiplied by 2, so I have to multiply the numerator also by 2 to balance the equation. Now this whole part will become 4 into half can be written as sine 30 cos 10 minus root 3 by 2 can be written as cos 30 sine 10. And in the denominator 2 sine 10 cos 10 can be written as sine 20 degree. So finally I am getting 4 multiplied by sine A cos B minus cos A sine B, which is nothing but sine of A minus B. So I'll get sine of 30 minus 10, which is sine 20. So these two will cancel out and your answer will come out as 4. So this is my first question. So this was easy question, I suppose. Now moving on to next question. So this question is of conic sections. So I am given an equation of an ellipse. So ellipse equation is given as x square by 36 plus y square by 16 is equal to 1. And I'm given that this has the same foci as hyperbola. Same foci as a hyperbola. And eccentricity of this hyperbola is given as 5. And now I'm expected to calculate the length of latus rectum of hyperbola. Again, a very straightforward question. Let's solve it. So from here, first I want to find the coordinates of foci of ellipse. So I can say that A comma 0 and minus A comma 0 will be the two foci, F1 and F2. From here I know that my A is 6. Now eccentricity I can calculate as under root of 1 minus B square by A square. So from here I'll get under root of 1 minus 16 by 36, which is giving me 6 by root 20. 36 minus 16 is 20. Root 20 can be written as 2 root 5. 2 root 5 by 6. So this is what I'm getting. So coordinates of focus will come out as, so focus coordinates of ellipse will come out as A into E. So 6 into 2 root 5 by 6. So comma 0. So that means 2 root 5 comma 0. Now it is given that the same is the foci of hyperbola. So that means focus के coordinates of hyperbola, let's assume it as A comma 0. This is my focus of hyperbola and this is given same as 2 root 5 comma 0. So from here I can say that A multiplied by E should be equal to 2 root 5. Eccentricity of hyperbola is already given as 5. So that means A value I can calculate from here. A into 5 is equal to 2 root 5. That gives me A is equal to 2 by root 5. This is the value of A. Now once you have the value of A, in the same fashion, you can calculate the value of B also. So now eccentricity of hyperbola can be written as under root of 1 plus B square by A square. Right? So eccentricity already given as 5. 5 is equal to under root of 1 plus, from here I can say that this will be B square and upon A square. So A square will become 4 upon 5. So this is what I'm getting. So let's solve this. So 5 square, squaring both sides. So I'll get 25. 25 minus 1, 24 is equal to 5B square upon 4. So from here I'm getting the value of B square as 96 by 5. This is the value of B square. And now I know the formula of length of lattice rectum of hyperbola. Length of lattice rectum of hyperbola is nothing but 2B square by A. So 2 into B square value is 96 by 5. And A value also you know, which is 2 by root 5. Just simplify it and get the result. So 96 root 5 by 5. So 96 by root 5. You will get something like this. This will be your length of lattice rectum of hyperbola. So this was the second question. Now coming to third question. So x square plus x plus 1 is given as 0 and I am expected to calculate the value of x plus 1 by x raised to the power 4 plus x square plus 1 by x square raised to the power 4, x cube plus 1 by x cube raised to the power 4 and so on till x की power 25 plus 1 by x की power 25 raised to the power 4. This is what I want to calculate. So the moment you find x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0, the roots of this equation will be omega and omega square. This is the very basic detail which we have learnt in complex numbers. So roots are omega and omega square. So I can substitute the x as omega here. So what will I get? So my first term, if I write T1, T1 will be omega plus 1 by omega raised to the power 4. If I simplify this, I'll get omega square plus 1 by omega raised to the power 4. Omega square plus 1 can be written as minus omega. So minus omega upon omega raised to the power 4, which is giving me minus 1 ki power 4, which is 1. Similarly, when you calculate T2, omega square plus 1 by omega square, again you will get minus 1 raised to the power 4, which is 1. But the moment you calculate T3, now it is a slight twist. Omega ki power cube is also 1. Omega cube is also 1. So omega cube plus 1 by omega cube raised to the power 4. Now your answer will be 2 raised to the power 4, which is 16. So what can I conclude from these three terms? T1 is coming out as 1, T2 is coming out as 1, T3 is coming out as 16. And the same fashion will keep repeating. T4 will again come out as 1, T5 will again come out as 1. And the moment you get multiples of 3, the value will come out as 2 raised to the power 4, which is 16. So till 25 terms. How many multiples of 3 I will have? 3, 6, 9 से लेके 24. So how many terms will be there? 8 terms. So I'll get 8 times 16. And out of 25, if 8 terms are 16, remaining 17 will be 1. So 17 times I'll get 1. So 17 into 1, that will be 17. So 16 into 8 is 128 plus 17. So you will get the answer as 145. This is your correct answer. Let's see the fourth question. Again, a question of definite integration once again. Integration of minus pi by 6 to pi by 6. And it is given pi plus 4x raised to the power 11 upon 1 minus sine mod x plus pi by 6. dx. I want to calculate the integration of this. So property here that we can use is minus a to a fx dx integration can be written as 0 to a fx plus f of minus x dx. Right? So let's apply this property and solve this question. So this is my I can be written as integration of 0 to pi by 6. Fx is same thing, pi plus 4x की power 11 upon 1 minus sine mod x plus pi by 6. Now if I replace x with minus x, so here it will become minus. So now this will become pi minus 4x की power 11 upon, denominator will stay as it is, mod of minus x is same as mod x. So this is what I'm getting. Now denominator is same. So if I take LCM, 4x11 and minus 4x11 will cancel out. Pi plus 2 pi can be taken outside. So 2 pi into integration of 0 to pi by 6. Now it becomes a very basic question which you can simply solve by integration. And also mod x can be replaced with x because 0 to pi by 6 mod x is positive. Calculate the value of this integral and get the answer, multiply by 2 pi. Again, a very basic question based on property. I'll rate it as medium because even after applying property, you have to integrate. Let's take the fifth question. So x, y, 12, 14, 4. Then 2. So this is the data set which is given to us, and the mean of this data set, which is mu, is given as 8, and the variance, which is your sigma square, that is given as 16. And we are expected to, x is greater than y is given, and we are expected to calculate the value of 3x minus y. So this is the question. Again, very straightforward question. Sure shot 4 marks from statistics, as we have already emphasized on in the previous videos. So again, statistics is a very scoring topic. So first equation, mean के मदद से निकाल सकते हो. So what will you get? X plus y plus 12 plus 14 plus 4 plus 10 plus 2 upon 33617. 7 observations are there upon 7. That should give me the mean. So from here, 12, 14, 26, 4, 30, 10, 40, 42. X plus y plus 42 is equal to 56. From here, x plus y is equal to 14. This is my first equation. In the similar way, variance sigma square is nothing but sigma xi square by n minus mu square. This is the formula for variance. Variance is given as 16 is equal to sigma xi square by n. So now it will be x square plus y square plus 12 square plus 14 square plus 4 square plus 10 square plus 2 square upon number of terms is 7 minus mu square. So mean is 8. So this will be mu square will be 64. So 16 plus 64. Now this will become 80. 82 into 7, 560. So from here I can say that x square plus y square plus 144 plus 196 plus 16 plus 100 plus 4 is equal to 560. X square plus y square. 144 plus 196 will be 340, 356, 456, 460. X square plus y square is coming out as 100. So from here, now you have this relation and you have this relation. So we can simply calculate the value of x and y, or you know the Pythagorean triplet also. 8 square plus 6 square is nothing but 100. So that means I can directly say that x is 8, y is 6, and x is given greater than y. So that means x has to be 8. Now the answer will be 3 into 8 minus 6, which is 18. So 18 is your answer. And we have last question, question number 6. F of 3 is given as 18. F dash 3 is given as 0. And F double dash 4 is given as, F double dash 3 is given as 4. And I am expected to calculate the value of limit x tends to 1. F of x plus 2 upon f of 3 whole rest to the power 18 upon x minus 1 whole square. So this is my question. So let's calculate first and foremost. In every question of limit, your objective should be to find the which indeterminate form is there. So if I substitute x equal to 1, I'll get f of 3 upon f of 3, so 1. And if I substitute 1 here, 18 upon 0 plus ka square, so this is 1 की power infinity का indeterminate form. How to solve 1 की power infinity indeterminate form? You try to create 1 plus the whole thing, and that goes into the multiplication with the exponent. So what I'm doing is limit x tending to 1. First I'm writing this as 1 plus f of x plus 2 upon f of 3 minus 1, 18 x minus 1 whole square. Now this whole part will get multiplied with this, and your limit will come something like this: e raised to the power limit x tends to 1. If I take the LCM, what I'll get? F of x plus 2 minus f of 3 upon f of 3. And this whole thing will get multiplied with 18 upon x minus 1 whole square. Now f of 3 is given as 18. So 18 and 18 cancel. So now this becomes e raised to the power limit x tends to 1. F of x plus 2 minus f of 3 upon x minus 1 whole square, which is again an indeterminate form. F of 3 minus f of 3 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0. So we can apply LH rule to find the limit. So differentiation of this will become e raised to the power f dash of x plus 2 upon twice of x minus 1. Again, Now, since f dash 3 is also given as 0, so 0 by 0 form is still maintained. So you can apply LH rule once more. So now you will get e raised to the power limit x tends to 1, f double dash of x plus 2 upon twice of x upon 2. So now I can substitute the value. So what will I get? E raised to the power f double dash of 3, which is given as 4 by 2. So I'll get e square. In the question, ln was given. So now this will become ln of this. So you will get ln of e square. So answer will come out as 2. So next, physics sir will be discussing the next few questions of physics. So yeah, handing it over to Devendra sir.
Okay, students, one more set of easier to moderate questions in physics. Okay, now as I have earlier said also, physics was a bit moderate. You can expect 70 marks in this paper. Okay, now we have already discussed 5 questions. Let us discuss some more questions. One of the question I saw from some student, it was based on moment of inertia. This time I don't know why rotation questions they framed very easy. So what they gave based on the rotation, moment of inertia they had given, a rod was given here, it was having mass m and length L. Okay, now one more exactly similar rod they had given, so it was again having mass m and length L. And what they did, yes, about this end point they just rotated this rod. So this is our axis. Now they asked us find the moment of inertia of this system about this axis. Have we solved this kind of questions? Yes, we have. So let us discuss now. Let us assume this as rod 1, rod 2. So to solve this, what we have to write? I net about this axis O can be written as moment of inertia of this rod 1 about O, right, which you know already, plus moment of inertia of the rod 2 about O. Now you tell me, students, if we are having such a situation, the moment of inertia of the rod 1 about point O, what is it? Because this O is passing through the end point of rod, we are going to get the moment of inertia as m L square by 3. What we are going to get? M L square by 3, yes. M L square by 3. Plus, what is the moment of inertia of this rod? Now we have to use the parallel axis theorem. So one axis is passing through to this point. One more axis we just consider passing through this point. So this is its COM as well. COM of the rod 2. So this I2 we have to write as ICOM plus M D square. So how much is the ICOM? ICOM is nothing, rod of mass m length L. So it is nothing but m L square by 12. Plus, how much is the distance between the point O and COM? IO we are writing, right? I about O. So ICOM plus MD square we should write. So yes, we are having this m into d is nothing but L square. Now we can take the LCM as 12. So we will write here 4 plus 1 plus we can write 12 into m L square by 12. So how much we are going to get, guys? We are going to get this as 16 plus 1 17 m by 12 m L square. This was the easier question again based on moment. If you get based on the moment of inertia, trust me, it will take some time even if they frame a tough question. But definitely this is the part from where you can easily get the question solved. So if you have time enough, even if the question looks tougher, you can go and attempt it in the end. Here it was very easy. But yes, in your paper you may get a tough tough question also based on, still you can do that. Okay, one more question we had got based on the unit and dimension. Let us see that. I guess 2 questions were based on the units and dimension. The question was, they gave this equation, P plus A by B into T square plus half rho V square is equal to C. Now first of all you tell me what is this equation of? This is, yes, this is equation of Bernoulli, right or not? This is nothing but Bernoulli principle. So what is this each and every term? This is kinetic energy head, right? And this is pressure energy head. one more term they added with respect to time. We need not to worry about this because we are just doing the dimensional analysis. The question they asked is, forget about the formula and all. They asked is, what is the dimension of A and B? So what are you supposed to do, students? In this case, you consider this as one term. It is added with P, it is added with rho v square. This is kinetic energy density. Means these all terms, this also, these are nothing but PV by V. So that is energy density. So what is the unit of energy density? Energy means kg meter square by second square. Energy density means into 1 by meter cube. So we get energy density ka unit as this meter square will be gone. This is the unit of energy density. I always suggest students to go with writing the units rather than writing ml and t. You can write it at the end. But what I am suggesting, you initially go and write the units. It is very easy to analyze questions if we are writing based on units. So we are having kg per meter second square as the unit of energy density. It must be unit of A by B into T square. So I will write here A by B because we don't know its dimension or unit into T square. So what is T square? T is time they had mentioned. So it will be second square. Take this second square over here. Take this meter in the numerator, second square and this second square in the numerator. So what are we going to get? We will get A by B is equal to kg. Take this meter in the numerator, minus 1 and second, yes, minus 4. So what is the dimension of A by B then? Yes, tell me dimension. Kg for mass m1, per meter means for length, so L minus 1, and second for time, so S, yes, T minus 4. Okay, these were the questions. One more question we are having from wave optics. So what was this question about? Let us see. I hope this question is clear to you. So based on the wave optics, they had asked one question. They gave us D. They gave us capital D. Okay, now this was a value was given to be 0.1 centimeter. This is 0.1 centimeter. This is, I guess, 100, or was this 50? Yeah, 50 centimeter they have given. So let us just imagine this YDSE experiment. So we are having a hole here, or let us even, we can draw it like this, two slits. We are having it like this, and then we are having our screen. So slits to screen distance we are having now. This distance we are knowing. This distance between the slits S1, S2, we are having the distance. Now what they have given? Okay, let us first write what happens in the YDSE. We get central maximum somewhere here, right? And then they introduce a slab of thickness T, with refractive index mu. This mu value is given as ordinary glass, maybe 1.5. And then what happens? When we introduce a slab in front of one of the slit, whole YDSE pattern shifts. Earlier central bright should be here, and as we introduce this, because when the light is passing through this, it will create a more optical path when it is going through medium. It will go slow. So when it is passing through it, they have given that the central bright has shifted by how much? It has got shifted of, yes, they have given it as 0.2 centimeter. Now in such questions, if this is a new central bright after introduction of the slab, what are we supposed to do in such cases? Yes, we know the shift ka formula. It is going to create a path difference of mu minus 1t. So to make that adjusted, it is supposed to travel some more distance. So geometric path, if it is traveling more, which is equal to mu minus 1 into t, it will meet here where delta x can again be equal to 0, and we get new central bright. So what is the equation? Shift can be written as this, y can be written as delta x mu minus 1 into t into d divided by d. Direct formula, I have given it many times. We have solved these questions. So put the values, mu minus 1, 1.5 minus 1 into thickness is, yes, thickness they are asking. Shift they have given. Keep this in centimeter only. We will get thickness also in centimeter. No need to convert the unit, because capital D, small d both are in the centimeter. They will get cancelled. So capital D is 50 divided by 0.1. Yes? A bit different data. Even if it is a different data, no worries. The only unknown is t. This will be 0.5. You can take it here. You can multiply. You can solve this question. If you have different data, just tell me, no issues. You can still do the question. It is a bit easier question. Okay, now let us now do one more question based on electrostatic. Very simple question. So what they did in this question, students, is one of the charge they kept constant. Electrostatic mein many a times they ask question based on field, but here they have asked the question based on potential and potential energy. A bit less asked, but still they have asked this time. You can prepare around the formula. All questions I can say that they were based directly on the formula. So what was the question? Yes, they have given one of the charge is kept at the origin. What was the value of this charge? 10 power minus 8 coulomb. Is it correct? Just tell me. Yeah, some of the students are saying 10 power minus 8 coulomb charge was given. One more charge was placed, let us say Q dash, which was 2 into 10 power minus 6 coulomb. One more charge was given. If the data is different, do let me know. Now this charge initially was placed at a point P1, which was 442. Okay, now. So how much is it away from the origin? Tell me. 4, 4, 16, 16, 16, 32, plus 4, 36. So it is 6 meter if it is in SI unit, 6 meter away. So let us consider this is our R1 distance from the origin. Now from this position it is moved to one more point, which is nothing but 2, 1, 2. I am not showing the Z axis, but it may be somewhere here. P2 point, they can give any such point, 2, 1, 2 I guess, or any data what you have. It is shifted to this point. So once we are having shifting to this point, what we are having? This is our R2. What is the value of R2? 4, 4, 8, 9. So root of 9 is 3 meter. So it is being moved from here to here. Now see, this charge is fixed. This charge is moved. When we are keeping a charge fixed and we are moving other charge in its electric field, what will happen? It will do some work. Electrostatic work. How much? How we are going to get that? We will simply do one thing. We will get the work done as the other charge Q dash into change in potential. Okay? So here we are having higher potential, so we need to do some work. We are moving it from low to high potential as this is a waypoint. Let us see now. So how can we write this Q dash? And delta V we can write is KQ by R due to a point charge. Out of that KQ is constant. So I will write it as Q dash KQ. In bracket I will have to write 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, or let us say because R2 is yeah, you can write it, no issues. Delta R we are supposed to write anyways. So Q dash is nothing but 2 into 10 power minus 6. K is 9 into 10 power 9. And Q is 10 power minus 8. 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2, 1 by 3 minus 1 by 6. So this is 1 by 6. 1 by 6, 3. So we are going to get 3 into 10 ka power 9, 14, 5. I guess minus 5. Okay, now. Yeah, like that we are going to get in joules. So I guess they were giving in the microjoule, so you can write this as 30 microjoule. This was one of the question, easier one. Okay, now. One more question I am having, a clear data we are not having, but question was like this. Let me write here. Based on NLM, easier question again. So the question was, force was given as 4t cube I plus 3t j. Now what is this term? This is nothing but ax. This is nothing but ay, right? Acceleration. The particle was at x, y equal to 0, 0. है ना? Origin में particle was there at the time t equal to 0. Now it is moved, and then they are asking, I guess t is equal to 2 second में, t is equal to 2 second, find, yes, v, and yes, they have asked to find the position of the particle. So we can do this. So I will just tell you data I am not sure about. You may be having different data, but no issues. We are having acceleration. So how can we write the velocity? We can write it as integration of a dt, because we are having vector, we are writing like this. So we can write integration of ax dt into I cap plus ay dt into j cap. I'm just giving you the idea. Initial to final position they have given. Okay now. So t is equal to 2 they have given. You can calculate, you will get a velocity. Once you calculate the velocity, how are you going to calculate the r? It will be simply again v dt. So again you put this whatever velocity you are getting, again you can calculate. Based on what data you had got, you can put and do the integration. Integration of 4t cube, it will be 4t raised to 4 by 4, 4 get cancelled, t raised to 4, 3 t square by 2, whatever data you were having, you are supposed to write. Again, one more question we were having from modern physics. So what was this question? One more question we are having from the modern physics, and this question was, they had given the equation of electric field. So again equation like this they have given, E naught into sine omega 1t plus sine omega 2t they have given. So once you are having this equation electric field, you are getting at a value of x, you can consider that x to be 0. This electric field they have given means what they have given? They have given omega 1. From this omega 1 you can calculate f1 student. From this again you can calculate f2. If you are having this frequency of the radiation falling onto the surface, can you calculate the energy of photon? How are you going to calculate the energy of photon? Yes, h into f. If you have f1, we get energy of photon 1. If you have f2, we get energy of photon 2. So these two energies they have given you the work function as well. And if we get the both of energies, can we not compare with this? Can we compare with this phi naught? The one which will be having more than this phi naught will eject the electrons. They asked us kinetic energy maximum of this ejected electron. So how do we solve this? We are going to get this as hf minus phi naught. This will be the energy. They have asked this maximum. You calculate this hf whichever is greater. If both of them are greater than phi naught, you consider the higher value. Put the value of phi naught. You are going to get the answer. Okay. One more question I am having with me. It is based on capacitor. Students, one more easy question from the capacitor. So what they have given in the question? Yes, they have given an air filled capacitor with a capacity C. Distance between the plates is D. Let us say area is A. How much is the capacity with air? They have given C. Now what they did? Now they did one thing. They just filled this capacitor with a dielectric up to a thickness of T is equal to D by 3 they have filled. Okay, now they have filled it up to this thickness. Now once we are having this D by 3 thickness capacitor dielectric with K3 they have given. So we are having a dielectric like this with us. Now they are asking us what is the capacity now. So how are we going to calculate the capacity? What is this example of? We get the input here, output here to the plates. So one more capacitor we are going to create. Here we get C1 and C2, they are in series, we can write them. Or else, we discuss the shortcut formula for this, you can write that. So how you are going to write the C? With partial dielectric. This is the example of, yes, partial dielectric. So how do we write it? We are going to write this as A epsilon naught divided by D minus T into 1 minus 1 by K, direct formula. Hai? Let us put the values and get it. So what are we going to write here is A epsilon naught divided by D minus T ki value thickness they have given is D by 3 in bracket 1 minus 1 by K is 3. So how do we solve this? We write A epsilon naught divided by D, you can take it in the bracket out. And in the denominator you can write 1 minus 1/3 into, how much is this? 1 minus 1/3 is 2/3. So we are having here 2 by 9. 1 minus 2 by 9 is 7 by 9. So that 7 by 9 will go here. We will get A epsilon naught by D into, yes, 9 divided by 7. And what is this, guys? What is this? This is nothing but your C. You can write the answer as 9 by 7. So that's all the questions which I have got. Some more question you can share, we can again discuss. But yes, one more thing I am again reminding to you all, the questions in the physics in the first shift were easy, that does not mean that questions will be of same level in every shift. If you are seeing such a questions easy, medium, 15 questions will be definitely based on the easy to medium level. You have to select then attempt them first. In the second or third round, where you are when you are going to go back and seeing the question paper, you can see some more tough questions. Okay now, so try by using this strategy, easier first, then a bit more tougher and more tougher questions you can attempt. There are no extra marks for solving a tough questions. The exam is about solving more number of easy questions. You identify them and solve them. Okay, follow this thing in the next day's paper. Don't again go and watch so many videos, you know. Just keep revising through your own notes. These notes are very important. Solve this question. PYQ you can keep watching, and that will be enough. Okay now. So with that, I am concluding this. Okay. All the best for the students who are going to write the papers in next shifts. Keep posting us. Do let us know which question was tough, and anyway easy or all, we will be keep watching it. Okay. Once again, all the best. Do well.